recently in junior year I went to Tunis.
India Service for Empowerment.
The Tanzania internship last year in my junior year.
Well, basically we had a small part, about 2 or 3 days, where we were going to this floating village, and we brought in some supplies, and we were teaching the kids English, so just small lessons, about 25 minutes.
The trip was basically designed to teach empowerment to the students at a school we were going to. So we studied empowerment ourselves and kind of went through a bunch of activities we were going to do with the students there.
We built kind of a cafeteria for them to use because they didn't have they didn't have a space where they could all chill out and eat in. They had to eat outside or in the classrooms. It was always really packed, or sometimes it would rain and all that stuff. So we did that, and we also taught the students there simple English and some math, but they also taught us about their culture too, and they tried teaching us their language, Swahili, and I thought it was really cool.
We didn't stick to our original plans that we had been planning for so long. We ended up just having them make bracelets, so I felt it was a bit pointless.
I think in the short term we definitely did.
No, because when we were there, the walls were already built from previous years, and obviously people who are working there.
If HKIS interims were stereotyped, it might look something like this. Step 1. Go to a foreign destination. Step 2. Go to an orphanage or child center. Step 3. Play with children, do construction work, or teach English. Step 4. Create personal bonds with children. Step 5. Take some pictures. Step 6. Maybe watch a dance. And Step 7. Leave. I sent a survey to 20 students, and one of the questions was, do you think that your service experience had any negative outcomes for your host community? A majority of the students said yes. One student said that she felt the dances performed by orphans promoted the exploitation of children. Another student said that teaching English was a waste of time because the orphanage had no means of continuing the lessons. Another student said that the children expected them to come back and that she felt bad about giving them false hope. In general, students said that there was a lack of preparation, which seems odd because we spend so much time preparing for our trips. So before you go on a service trip, here's some questions to ask yourself. What does my host community actually need? Is teaching English really valuable for my host community? Oftentimes, the only time children or orphanages need to know English is to communicate with tourists. And finally, how can you make this experience about them and not about me? Here are some possible solutions to these issues. The first solution is to try to promote intercultural exchange. Set goals for yourself to learn about your host community. For example, try to learn a few words from the local language each day. Another solution would be to do service work in Hong Kong prior to volunteering abroad. There's no harm in trying to get a little more practice before going on interim. A third solution would be to come up with a set of activities to do with your host community so you don't run out of things to do. And lastly, but most importantly, learn about the community you're going to. This way, you can promote respect between you and your hosts.